Hi everyone, welcome back. I have almost reviewed 100 plus blushes on my channel, but these 10 are the only blushes that I actually wear in real life. Not because these are very superior when it comes to formulas. Let's be honest, we are currently in a sea of blushes. Every brand has at least 4 to 5 of their own blushes. So formula is not the problem right over here. Undertone is. These are the only blush shades that actually works for my olive undertone. So if you have olive skin, you will find this video really helpful. Rather than going for a warm pink blush like this, it doesn't work for my skin, though I really like the formula. You should go for shades like this. Starting off with my favorite one, Inside On The Go blush stick in the shade Pink Taffy. It is pink, but it is not saturated. I am, by the way, neutral olive. Now this is a recent purchase. It's Inside Pro blusher in the shade Candy Dream. Look at the 2 ginormous pimples that I got.
Literally yesterday I got a comment like, Shubhu, your skin's glowing. I think your skincare is working really well. And literally I woke up with this too.
Whoever is giving me nazar. You see, this pink has a lot of red tones to it. So if we look at the color wheel, the pink that leans more red are warmer than pink that leans purple. But the reddish pinks are still cooler than orangish pinks. So this one particularly is almost like a neutral tone. Do you see the difference? This is more muted than this, but both actually work. All of these have great formulas, by the way. If you have like a cool olive skin, this is going to work. This is saturated, but saturated pink is fine for olive skin. This is sort of purplish pink. This is more red. This is more purplish. See, the temperature is going down. Let me show you the warm one. Okay, do you see that? How the temperature is shifting? Is my shirt stained? I'm not changing. Okay, so the stain was bothering me. Let's blend them. Another thing I must say, after proper skin prep, this is going to look really good. Now I think it looks dry because I have dry skin. This is also less pigmented, but then you can apply a lot and blend it to your liking. You see, I like it for that as well. I'm not going to apply on the pimple though. You see how beautiful it looks? You see the olive skin? It's so green. Against white, do you see how green this part is? I hope my camera is catching it properly. With green skin and the pink blush, I don't look like a joker. You see how it's blending? Even though it's blending and looking natural, but also it has a little edge to it. Khila khila hua. That kind of face it's looking, even though I have like such big dark circles. There was literally no point in applying the sunscreen today. I'm gonna do this 1000 times. So for this one, you see the difference, the purplishness. If you have neutral to cool skin, you can actually go for this. It's very pigmented. That's why I have to apply so little. Look how much I applied here versus this one. I wouldn't say this is gonna be the best for warm olives. You should go for rather this too. Also, let me tell you, if you are a deeper skin tone person but olive, do not worry. I have options for you as well. You should check out the purple section of this video. The next category is brown. On olive skin, everything looks a little more warmer than how it is in the pan. So if you take like a cool blush, it will appear like cool to neutral. If you take like a cool to neutral blush, it will appear neutral on your skin. Similarly, neutral browns appears warm on my skin. You have already seen me talk a lot about the color Rosewood. Oh my god, is the best blush I have ever come across in terms of shade range, by the way. Swiss Beauties. Every video I'll talk about this. You guys are getting bored, I know. CRAZE Lip and Cheek Macaron. The shade name, very important. You guys, somebody DM'd me saying, Shubhu, I bought this, seeing your video, and then she said the wrong name. I was like, I didn't say that shade name, baby girl. The shade name is 02 Macron. This is a pinky brown, and this pink on olive skin looks peachy. Do you see how desaturated this looks? Also, since today is cloudy, thank god today it's cloudy, helping me shoot the video. Do you see how olive my hand is? This is my everyday blush, by the way. It's very pigmented. I shouldn't have applied that much. It's taking a little more time to blend because I have a dry skin, and okay. Do you see how pretty that looks? I really like this flush. Look at my skin. It does look warm. But if you want to get this kind of look, and that's why go for a warm blush, it will be a blunder. It will look orange and it will just waste your money. I love this. One of you guys DM'd me saying, Shubhu,
look at me remembering all the iconic DMs and comments.
You guys do. I read everything. Please comment. Shubhu, I love this blush. I even wear it to my Kirana store. And I was like, god damn, that's a hilarious one. I need to share with all of you guys. Love seeing you guys loving my recommendations in real life. Now, recently I bought this product. I haven't yet talked about this on my YouTube channel. Instagram though I did, because it takes like 1 second to put up a story. So if you're not following on Instagram, girlies, you are missing out. The brand is Luxiora. Luxury, I don't know how to pronounce it. Lip and cheek tint. I bought it, by the way. It's a little pricey for the size, okay? It's $250. I thought this is going to be the size of the tub, but when it came, it was this. But anyways, no regrets, because look at the shade. Oh my god. Look at that shade. Do you see it looks purplish, mauvish, of course, purplish, but actually when you apply it, it's like a brown only. See, that's why there is difference between how it looks on the pan, how it looks on the website, and how it will look on your skin. And if you on top have a green skin, there is no way you will be able to find your perfect shade unless I tell you. That is such a shameless self-promotion. Shade name is Soft Aura. Do you see how brown now it looks? I knew that I would love this shade, and that's why I couldn't stop myself from getting it. The difference between these two is that this is more berry and this is a little more soft, pinkish, peachish, desaturated. Both are great for olive skin. This is what it looks like. Do you see it doesn't look any more purplish, berryish, but brownish? So a cool one will turn cool to neutral on my skin. If I compare, like this is warmer than this one. But of course, this is more pigmented. It just blends so well with my undertone and skin tone. I love it. I hope my camera is catching the green chest here right now. I though will get to know only during editing. By the way, I am still looking for an editor. If you love beauty content and wants to join my team, go ahead and email me. Anyways, I think I have built it up 2 to 3 times. I think I really like it. I would really recommend this one. You can never go wrong with this color. Okay, last 2 products from the brown category. I have talked about it a lot, but I don't anymore. It has been discontinued by the brand. I'm talking about this one from Gush Beauty. It's called Lavender Haze. The best shade ever to exist for olive skin. Now, this might look like it's cool tone because of how much gray is in there, but it's actually neutral tone. It's just desaturated. Mauvey brown, pink browns are love. All are technically pink browns. Also, I like the serum formula it has. But today, I don't know, will it look like... Oh, of course, it won't look natural today. Why did I apply? You said too much I applied, but still it's harmonious. Okay, let me blend this. What is this show? Let me make it a foundation.
Imagine somebody tuning into my video for the first time ever and then getting cringed out.
Anyways, the amount of blush I applied is too much, and with any other shade, it might turn a little out of place. But look how blended this looks with my green skin, because this is the most desaturated color that exists in today's video, but I cannot recommend because it's discontinued. I even tried to make a dupe of it with Tintify Cosmetics. I mean, I would give it to them. 80-90% they have matched the shade, but I think what is lacking is a little bit more gray in it. So it does appear slightly warmer than this one. Okay, so this is Tintify and this is Gush Beauty. So you see, this is slightly more duller version. So if I apply gray here, it will turn to this. Still not up to the mark, but the shade also works on olive skin, but this is customized. So I don't know how will you get it. I think you should talk to Tintify Cosmetics on Instagram. Even if you want to have a warm blush, go for rather orange browns than actual orange blushes or peach blushes or coral blushes. And if you especially have warm olive skins, this is the shade that will actually look so good on you. Glam 21's Whip Mousse Tint in the shade 05 Roasted Cranberry. Rusty Cranberry. Oh my god. It's better to go for a deeper shade of orange like this one. This is not that desaturated, it's just deeper depth it has. Desaturated is when you have a lot of gray in the shade. I don't see any grayness in this shade. Now another warm shade that you can go for, it's Cuffs and Lashes Lip and Cheek Tint. Though this is warmer, let me just be very clear, and I will never choose it for myself. These are for warm olives, by the way, not cooler or neutral olives. This is going to look orange on you. Also a very popular shade. Look how orange this is. Oh my god, look how orange. Warm blushes will appear too warm on my skin. This is 03 Country Pumpkin. Formula is great, but can never use it. Do you guys want these blushes? I'll give it to you gladly. But of course used. I don't think anybody wants it. Since I'm talking about warms, let's talk about the products that you should never buy. And I have multiples of them because I was dumb. Actually, I was a beginner. Let's just not be harsh on ourselves. The shade Muted Peach. You see how orange this is? Oh my god. This is from Blue Heaven. trend. Very popular blush from inside, but can never use it. Literally neon on my skin. It's like a traffic light. Such neon shades. Avoid these. Compared to all these, this looks much cooler. I mean, it is not a cool blush though. The temperature is still warm, but it's comparative. It's a scale, it's a spectrum over here. So olive skin will survive this. I am being so technical over here so that you guys can understand the logic, the technique behind choosing any blush for your skin. See, this much orange my green skin can handle. Like, it doesn't even look that orange, but this is warm. You see, warm. I forgot to mention about this one in the brown category, pinky brown category. So this is a eyeshadow palette. As you can see, it's so pretty. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. The colors are appropriate. Actually, this is the best olive focused palette I have ever come across, and I am really liking it. Neutral skin or cool skin will like it also, but olive will be the best for. And if you have warm skin, stay away from it. There is this creamy rosewood shade. Do you see that? Yeah, that is such a beautiful blush color, and I want to show you. It is again a pinky brown. This shade has a lot of gray in it, and that's why I love it. So if you are planning to buy this palette, I don't think you need any blush. Do you see how beautifully it balances my olive skin? It is so harmonious. This shade also blended so nicely. It's given for your eyelids, but of course you can apply anywhere else. It has a neutral finish, and that's because it appears neutral to cool on the pan. So you see how slightly leaning towards purplish this shade looks like. That's why on my skin it appears neutral. It subtly builds up. Let's move on to my favorite category, purples. I like purple blushes more than browns and pinks because I get to have a lot more options in it. Let me explain. So since purple is the coolest, I mean not coolest, blue is there, but talking in terms of blush, okay, nobody is applying blue blush. Since purple category is the coolest of all blush shades, I can even go for warm purples, neutral purples, and of course cool purples. But for pinks, I cannot go for warms or even brown, corals, peaches, so I can never go for. So there is a lot of restriction in those shades, but not when it comes to purple. So that's why I love it. Like, G khulka I try to get purple blushes. Now you must be like, how will we know whether a purple is warm, cool, or neutral? It's very simple. Purple is a mix of red and blue, and red is a warm shade, blue is a cool shade. So basically, if you have like a more red and lesser blue in the mixture, it's a warm purple. Those are which are like plums or reddish purples are warm purples. And now if you have blue more in the mixture, they are cool purples. Like, it leans indigo. So for example, lavender is a cool purple. There is no red in it. And if you have a balanced red and blue, you can consider it as neutral. I have a lot of purple blushes, but these three are the ones that I like to apply on my skin. I'm not going to start with Faye today. So let's start with this one. Packaging, you can see it's very reddish. So it's like a warm purple, but the pan looks a lot cooler. You see the temperature difference. So let me apply here. The pan versus this looks a lot warm. Logic is like one step ahead on my skin. So it appears as warm purple only on my skin. I like this formula. Oh, I didn't even mention Zudio Pop Blush shade Plum Pop. You know what? I really like a pan that is this big so that I don't have to use my finger. How pretty that shade is on olive skin. It is not shimmery, but it does feel like you have a glowy formula. You see, it's now blush blindness. Even if there is so much blush, it doesn't look chatak, too chatak. With orange, it looks out of place. I look like an alien, not with purples. Of course, it's not gonna appear purple, it's gonna appear pink. But if you go back to the starting of the video where I have swatched and applied all the pinks, look at those applications on my skin, and now you will see the temperature has dropped down a lot. Appearance has become more harmonious against my skin tone. It's not clashing. Look at my apples of my cheek. So pretty. The next purple blush is, I think, will be loved by olive skins that are deeper than me as well as me. Puffs and Lashes Lip and Cheek Tint, available in Myntra and I think Nykaa. The shade mainly is 07, made for you. It's a beautiful purple blush, but it's like a neutral cool blush. You see the temperature is more here than here. This has more blue than this one. I think this is quite visible. I like to warm it up a little bit. Okay, so this is the shade. Let me swatch. What a beautiful shade, my goodness. Look at that. It's so pretty. This is muted as well, but when I shear it out, do you see? It's like neutral, like a neutral pink finish. but see how harmonious this is. Can you believe this is the color that will give you such a pretty shade? The magic of color theory. Temperature check. You see this one versus this one, lot cooler. This looks neutral on my skin and this is like a neutral to cool shade. So one step, you should drop your temperature one step. This is my theory. Till now this was looking a lot cooler, but the moment I applied this turned warm. So the comparison helps a lot. This is a beautiful shade. These colors never gets marketed to us, rather to deeper skin, but hey, hello, our skin needs it too. See how beautifully it matches my skin tone. It's not looking too out of place. However, if a slight orange also, if I apply half the amount I have applied this dark shade, I would be a clown. Looks so pretty. Again, I'm applying it on my bare dry skin. It will look much better with skin prep. Look at these apples. You can literally see this is very warm and this is much cooler, has a lot of blue in it. Let's talk about the last product of today's video. Of course, you guys guessed it right. Faye Beauty's blush Baki. I broke it and all the lore, you already know it. Go back to my last video. This color has been described as a cool undertone, but since you see it's little pinkier, which is red, I consider this as like a neutral to cool undertone. I consider this cooler because this has more blue in it as compared to this one. Do you see that? What do you guys think? I want your opinion on this. But this has more gray though. This is brighter. When I shear it out, you see the temperature of this is slightly warmer than this one. Okay, let me blend this. It's very like neck to neck, but if you see very gorse, you will understand. This is pinkier than this. Pinkier than this. See the apples. Pinkier than this. Do you get it? You have spent your money on the lashes. You have a little collection, but none of these actually complement olive undertone. So how will you fix it? Color corrector that you actually need to desaturate a saturated color. In layman's word, to dull down a bright color is a gray color corrector. I bought this purple. This is such a bright color as compared to this or this. That's why I can not use it as much. Very cool, by the way. You see how much blue is in there. If I take this and then take a little bit of, I'll come to how you will get it because there is no brand that sells gray corrector. If I apply tiny bit of gray and then mix it, you will get a duller version of the actual color. Do you see that? Apply a little more. You see a dull down version. This now I can apply. How beautifully it complements my green skin. This is the original. I think this looks much better. Yes, this has dropped down the temperature as well as the brightness. Do you see the difference? Also, another thing, why purple looks so good on olive skin is because green and purple are two complementary colors on color wheel. So if you apply purple, it looks too pretty on your skin. Let me just show you over here. Now, a little bit of mixity. This will look really good on cool olive skin more than on me. But you see, it looks good. Much better than the original. This is too bright for my skin tone. You see this versus this. This looks more fresh, no? Now you're gonna be like, Shubhu, there's not that much difference. Girl, I have chosen a purple shade. Purple works for olive skin. If I've chosen orange and have shown you guys, you know, I did it already. Go check this shorts. I would prefer both, but if I had to pick one, this. Also, you see it turned pink. This is still remaining purple on my skin. None of the purple blushes that I have swatched, go back 2-3 minutes, you will see, appeared purple on my skin. Only a cool purple appears purple on olive skin. So if you want a purple to look purple on your skin, you have to go for cool purples because one step temperature up applies to every shade. I hope you understand. I've tried my best to make you understand. I have custom made this color corrector from Tintify Cosmetics. This is my everyday product now. I have made sure to feed her all the details of how I want the product. I don't want any fragrance. Secondly, I said I want the formula to be less thick, and also I'm going to layer, so I don't want it thick. Also, I have given her shade references. Your gray shade. I have given her intensity options, light gray, dark gray. I wanted it light gray because I have like a light to medium skin tone. If you have darker skin skin tone, go for a deeper gray. I would highly recommend you to buy this corrector if you already own a lot of blushes. I really hope in next few years, the mainstream Indian beauty brands comes up with something like this that we really need. And with that, we have finally come to the end of today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it, okay? Links in description. Bye!